great to have a plan, right? I mean, it's beautiful. Nice list, things to follow to get you going. But we need to remember that there's also this thing called life. Yeah, life happens, and we need to make sure that our plans are flexible, adaptable, agile, and can keep up with us and keep up with life. In this video, I'm going to go through some of the things that I've done that have helped me. What I want to look at more is what are the things that we can do to enable us to have more energy and enable us to be able to reach our goals, because it's good to have all of these plans and ideas, but if you're tired, got lots going on, it's going to be really challenging to be able to achieve them. So in my previous video about setting smart goals, I talked about understanding your why. Why are you doing these things? And in order to get to the root of things, there's this thing called the 5 whys. So what you do is you ask yourself why 5 times. So for example, why do you want to be a YouTuber, Bimpe? Because I want to share my experience. Why do you want to share your experience, Bimpe? Because I want to help people. Why do you want to help people, Bimpe? Because I don't want them to make the mistakes that I made. So when you answer that last question, so why don't I want people to make the mistakes that I made? It will give you your why. It will give you your reason for wanting to do this thing, wanting to achieve this plan, wanting to achieve this goal. Then when you've got your why, you need to ask yourself, in order to help you prioritize all these many goals that we've got, for each of those goals, we ask ourselves, does it matter right now? Can I do it at a later point? You ask yourselves, is it essential? You ask yourself, when would be a good time to start? What habits do I need to have in order to enable me to be able to start this? What should I be thinking? How should my mindset be? And also, what sort of things should I be consuming, reading, taking on to enable me to be able to achieve this goal? It sounds a bit long-winded, but boy, I tell you, when you've got multiple things going on in your life, multiple priorities going on in your life, multiple tasks happening, you kind of need to start asking yourselves these questions so that you can put things in the right priority order so that you can achieve them. You might not be able to achieve them all at the same time, but we pace ourselves and we can achieve them sequentially. So for example, one of my goals for YouTube this year was to make videos that are no longer than 7 to 8 minutes long. Why? Why is that? Because I know that editing takes up a lot of time, and that's something that I don't have right now. And at the same time, I'm not quite yet ready to outsource that yet. So I need to make sure the videos that will give me enough time to edit and push out to everyone for you guys to watch as well every week. So creating a plan to achieve this is not hard. We just say, okay, you want to have 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. So you need to make sure you're pumping videos regularly, you're pumping content regularly. Okay, how can we make sure that we pump content regularly? We need to make sure we record a video every week, we edit, we push it out. But however, there's other things going on in my life. So even though I set this plan in order to do all of this, there's other things going on. So I need to look at, okay, what can I do to make sure I have more energy? What do I need to do in order to help me be successful with this and make it happen? So in order to make this happen, what did I do? I actually started at the beginning of this year, January 2023. I started by getting into good habits. First of all, making sure I'm doing exercise, 20 minutes every morning, drinking lots of water, it's so important, to keep my energy up. I sorted out key areas and I pre-recorded some videos, did some early planning, early videos as well, so that, I got myself into a cadence, a regular rhythm as well, because, I heard that, from someone that YouTube is actually a lifestyle. So I needed to prepare myself for that. I needed to get myself into the right mindset as well, that, okay, this thing, YouTube, it's not something that you just do and, oh, I feel like it now, I don't feel like it now. If you want to make it work, you kind of have to get into some sort of a rhythm, a cadence with it. Creating good habits will increase your mental productivity, and it will increase your mental strength and physical strength as well. So once you started looking at your habits that can improve your productivity, then we can start to plan. Then we can start to put a plan in place so that we can actually achieve these goals. So you can ask yourself, are you a morning person or an evening person? When are you at your most peak at productivity? If you have a busy life and you're always getting interrupted, then maybe during peak times of the week, you just have less tasks to do in relation to your goal, and you increase those tasks, have more of it during the time when it's off peak. You're less busy, you've got less interruptions, your partner or your kids or telephone calls, you're not being interrupted as well. You're not having to stop and start. I came across this 8-8-8 rule. So it says, you do 8 hours of sleep, 8 hours at work. So if you work full time like me, that'll be 8 hours at work. And also finally, 8 hours, you have that to yourself. So in our case, it might, those 8 hours, I might be using that to sort of like the time with the kids, doing their homework, ferrying one of them up and down to the various football games, house admin, loads of things going on there. But I like to try and carve out at least an hour or two a day out of those remaining 8 hours to work on my goals as well. So that's how it is between a Monday to a Friday. But on a weekend, on a Saturday, on a Sunday, where you're not going to work, you've got an additional 8 hours there to use to play with. So you can look at how we can use that to help you, to benefit you as well, in order to help you achieve your goal. Please do comment below if you found this useful, how you getting on with your goal, how you getting on with your side hustles or your career plans. What are your goals, and how have you found this useful? I know it's not a plan in a traditional sense, but it's more of a plan of making sure that you're there, you've got the energy, you've got the time, you're looking at the things that can stop you from achieving your goals and putting in steps and things to overcome them as well. Thank you so much for the time that you've invested in watching these videos. I have videos on setting goals, and I have a video on making those goals smart. Please do check them out. And in the description box, there's also more resources and more things for you as well. I will see you again